New banner?
Oh, yeah, I just noticed that.
By the way, Tommy, it's not letting us go on yours right now. We'll figure that out in a second. Well, welcome back to Bad Takes. I don't know what happened, Tommy. Welcome back to Bad Takes, Better Conversations, episode 115. I do not know where Zay just went. That is one of our guests, man. There he is. But hey, man, we're just reacting to the IWC, mainly on Twitter. Probably the worst social platform out there, but
the best.
Oh,
no, the worst. The worst.
Bro, what the frick is wrong with the...
Hey, but I'm one of your hosts, Russell Spot, man. What's up, Tommy?
What's up, guys, man? This is your boy Tommy. Bad Takes, Better Conversations. Back at it. Man, what a week. What a week. I mean, I hope we at least talk a little bit about, before we get into the IWC stuff, I hope we get into a little bit what we saw on Friday. That was cinema. Absolute cinema. But hopefully we get into it. Go ahead, Axel.
What's up? It's another one of your co-hosts, Rod, aka Axel. A lot of good stuff going on this weekend. Like Tommy was kind of stating there, SmackDown was very interesting. One segment kind of took up like a majority of like what the show was mainly about. And yeah, let's react to like the IWC takes, where, you know, obviously on Twitter is one of the craziest places on earth. So let's do it.
Let's start with Zay, man. What's going on, man?
What's good, everyone? It's, of course, the start before time here on my Cowboy shit. It's been a while. It's been a long while, but I'm happy to be here. You know, I didn't catch SmackDown, but I did catch that segment everyone's talking about. So I do have some thoughts on that.
We'll start with that, but before we get into that, what's up, Donnie, man?
Oh, man. Fine, man. Nice to see you, man. How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling great. What's up? You said that a little like you got something planned.
No, I'm just saying, just after what happened Tuesday, just making sure you're okay, you know? Logistics. But
hey, Donnie, real quick, before you get
up?
into your thing, you did do me dirty Tuesday, so payback's a bitch, buddy. Here we go.
Stand back. There's a hurricane coming through.
Well, fuck Johnny, please, you bitch ass niggas. Yeah, fuck that hoe niggas. Fuck the bloodline. Hoe ass, yeah. Johnny running Ricky.
Damn.
Hey, Donnie, when I catch you, don't want to let you know, it's up, bro. Yeah, it's up, bro. Yeah, Tommy already knows. Tommy already knows.
Donnie, you can't run no more, man. You can't run no more.
No. Honestly, I'm like kind of lost for words. What the heck was that? Like,
that's the hurricane, man.
Come on, man.
Hurricane. I need 20% of that. I'm not gonna lie. I need 20% of that. If we do anything merch related, anything, I need 20% of that. That's facts. That's first thing. Secondly, why do we have this guy up here? I'm just trying to chill. I'm on some chill timing. And we got this guy up here. This is what we do. That's how you treat people. This is how Btbc treat people.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is actually outrageous.
Hey. You disrespect Russell Spot? Hey.
We gotta get our biggest hitter, man. And that's Ken.
Ken, you're a dork. I'm gonna keep it respectful today. But Ken, you're a dork. No, listen. You're a dork. That tank top is loose as heck. Like, you was just stretching it out. It's like your hair is all crazy. Like, what are we doing here?
Donnie,
chill out. Wait.
Donnie, take off that tight ass do-rag.
Wait. Brush that. Fold your clothes on your bed. What is on your damn bed? Fold your clothes. Worry about that. Put a shirt on. Worry about that. Like,
yeah, click up. Yeah.
Click. Loose ass t-shirt. You know, loose. Like, what the heck? Put a better shirt on. Hold the clothes on your bed and chill out. Just keep it respectful. Yes, go put it. Yes, grab the shirt. Grab it. What are you doing?
Hold on. Okay, Hit that bitch on him.
It's-
Let me hit that bitch on him.
Quick wait.
This was a
Oh,
This is
just
what-
go button again. Hit it again. We'll bring it back on.
Click.
Oh, that shit works.
Yeah, that shit works. Hey, click.
Damn! Wow.
Oh shit.
Let it
All
get-
right, man. But anything else you want to tell Donnie, man? We have you as a special treat just for him, man. So anything you want to tell him, man?
Hey, Donnie, on Tuesday, bro. Hey, on Tuesday, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. So I'm gonna let you know.
What are you talking about? What are you
And the fact that you think you running? No, buddy. It was
get him out of here. All right, come on, get him out of here. Come on. You overstaying you overstaying your welcome, Ken. Get out of here. Go.
Yeah, so
All right, man. What is
Shout out to the
this?
Hurricane, man. Shout out to the Hurricane.
All right, Donnie. I just want to let you know, anytime you pull up, man, Cannon's gonna be here. And we'll be here.
Hurricane.
Hey, man. But let's while I pull these tweets together and stuff, Zay, I kind of want to start with your thoughts on that whole promo between Cody and Roman.
Of course. Let me finish chewing this Oreo real quick.
Don't say no. Be honest, dude. Be honest.
Of course. When am I ever not honest? The production of the promo is fantastic, right? I feel like if the point was to get across, you have these two entities meeting up. One, I think it would have been better to do it like in an empty arena setting, like for the Bad Blood pay-per-view. I feel like this is more of a go-home angle, in my opinion. You could play up the tension between Cody and Roman a bit more. But outside of that, I feel like they did well enough with making the promo feel like we were moving towards something positive for both Roman and Cody. For me, I'm hoping that this match is just like team up real quick, get Cody out of that story, because I don't think we need Cody Rhodes in the Bloodline story at this point. But from what I took from the promo and something my nigga Loft took from the promo, I actually agree with him for once. It seems like we're going towards Cody and Roman 3. And if that is the place, and that is the plan, there's only one place for that to happen, and that's Mania. I don't know how I feel about that. Personally, I wouldn't do it. I want to get The Rock up out of here as expeditiously as possible. But if that's what they're doing, I'm here all for it to get the shit over with. Jacob Fatu is still the real tribal chief, though.
Donnie, how you feel, bro?
How I feel about that promo segment? I think it did what it needs to do. I like that they didn't make it like, oh, we teammates, so we friends now. No, tensions is still between them, and Roman still mentioned that he got nothing, but he's still going after that title eventually. Like they did what it needed to do in terms of like them two teaming for now, but they're not best buds. I liked it, just was good, but it made me realize something about Cody. But I think we'll get into that as it go on. I don't want to go into it now, but it made me realize something about Cody. You know what I'm saying? Cody ain't who he claimed to be. That's all I was saying, man. That's all I was saying.
I mean, well, with looking at tweets and stuff, I don't know if that's gonna come up, so might as well just say it now.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Cody might be I ain't gonna say a phony, but like, what's up, man? Like, I don't know. Cody, like, when they say like a politician, like he low key on that type of time, and like he just do what would seem like it'll be the right thing, but in reality he just doing it for himself type of time. Because like low key he be on some slimy type time, and like looking at some of the things he done, like teaming with Roman after people like Kevin Owens done win against the Bloodline and helped you with that. But more important than that, Seth Rollins, who I did a video on this. Seth Rollins, bro, he crawled to the ring. He was beat down trying to help Cody just for Cody to go team with Roman. I ain't gonna lie, man. Cody moving is a little slimy. That's all I say. It just, a little questionable.
Yeah. We are gonna get into the Seth and KO stuff here in a minute, but Axe, man, what'd you think?
I thought this was pretty good. They built there was a lot of drama in this segment. Built it up pretty well. Built up the intensity. These are obviously two of the biggest, the two probably biggest stars in this current era of WWE. And I have them face off like that in that type of setting and kind of exchange words before their their tag team match over at Bad Blood. It's a foreshadowing of like what's to come. We're gonna get Roman Cody 3 at some point. And I see like a lot of people saying and I understand what Donnie's saying about Cody looking phony, but at the same time, he's also standing his ground. I think a lot of people have seen Cody just a smiling, happy guy all the time. Just, hey, title shot here, you want title shot there, or just being a guy who just handshakes people. And this is him being serious. And I think that's what a lot of people are missing out on, is that this is a serious version of him, and this is just a different side of him, and it's just a lot of character development here. So I don't see nothing wrong with this part.
I think a big thing that kind of what Donnie was saying, I hope this more so, granted the promo was cinema. I loved it. I think it was probably a segment of the year contender in my opinion. Just production style and everything behind it. But I think kind of what Donnie was saying, I really do hope that this opens up a whole different avenue for Cody, because all these people that helped him fight Roman or go against, or really just the bloodline in general, it's weird how he's teaming with Roman. So I hope it opens up an avenue of where like your Seths and your Randys and your KOs actually gets into that storyline of Cody, turning on them or portraying them, and I think that would be really good, especially for this reign. It needs something like that. It needs. And
also I want to say this though. This is gonna be his second brand doing that though. He did it to Monday Night Raw. He brought back Jey Uso because it was the right thing to do. Cause havoc on Monday Night Raw. How on Friday Night SmackDown now he's teaming with Roman after people done helped him go against the bloodline. That's a little crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all.
All right, man. Well, we'll start with a couple of the tweets and questions from Twitter that I found, and then we'll kind of just go search for more if we go through those too fast. But let's start it off, man.
Shit. I'm kind of worried.
I didn't find anything crazy. I'm not gonna lie. It was kind of a dry week there. But
okay.
Some of these might take like 5 minutes. Some of these may take longer. But let's start with this one. Let me zoom in.
Oh. That's real.
Kevin Owens is about to go down the Drew McIntyre justified heel route, and I'm not gonna lie. I think that's my favorite type of heel. And his reason, if he does go heel, might be more justified than Drew. So I'm not gonna lie. What did y'all think?
That's logistics.
I don't know.
No. Drew on those, like, bro, the bloodline screwed him out in front of his family. He was supposed to get the title, and this guy Cody just brings this guy back as if he ain't caused havoc to so many people in that roster. I don't know. Cody, regardless, Cody's in the middle of both of these, so I don't know.
Wait. Was KO on Raw when Jay was brought back to Raw?
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
Oh no!
The reason I think it's more justified for KO is KO already forgave Cody for that. Now
then he did it again, pretty much.
Wait, Cody, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Cody, look at Cody. He's moving a little slimy. I don't know, man. It's looking tough, bro. He was on Raw. Good point, Tommy. Good point, bro.
That shit is crazy. But I mean, it's justified. He can definitely play that role. Now, and then Kevin Owens, I mean, he has phenomenal character work regardless of what you give him. So I can only imagine what he'll do with a role like that. Probably be cinema.
Zay, man, what you think, man?
I feel like Kevin Owens has a lot of justified heel actions as it stands. So, it is what it is. I think he's already in that category, in my opinion. But if he was to divulge further into that, yeah, I think he would have more purpose than Drew.
And I'll say this as well. I think because Kevin Owens, I feel like is always being the one that's turning on somebody. I feel like this is a granted he's still the heel in this situation, but it's a
He's gonna be able to spin it.
Exactly, it's a different type of heel. So
It's raw, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, look, it's justified. You know, clearly the guy who he thought was his friend. You know, and obviously, look, like at Bash in Berlin, you know, people were trying to say that Kevin was going to turn heel, and he didn't. And then Cody now obviously does this, goes in teams with Roman Reigns, which not only is it going to cause this is going to cause a domino effect because not only are you going to get Kevin Owens, but you're going to get Randy Orton, you're going to get Seth Rollins. Like
Seth is the one that's going to have the most justification. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. So you're just going to get a slew of people just kind of turning on him because obviously he went to team with Roman to go against the Bloodline. So I think the only two people that might forgive him are Jey Uso and Sami Zayn. Those two might be the only two people that actually do forgive him.
Fucking Seth Rollins finna pull up next week, getting that nigga Cody face like, we were just whooping these niggas' asses.
we were talking about it last week. I think Seth's first promo whenever he turns heel or whatever on Cody's gonna be crazy.
So I think Seth, when he does return, he's gonna turn heel, and not just because of the Cody stuff. I think everything that's going on between the Seth and between the CM Punk and Drew stuff is gonna also allow him to turn. Is gonna also allow him to turn heel.
Oh, Seth's gonna be justified in this, and then with the Punk stuff because the fans just accepted him back.
Yeah, he'll probably do a little feud with Bronson because obviously that's the guy.
Oh yeah, that too.
And then that'll probably lead into the CM Punk stuff right there.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
I just wonder where Seth Rollins fits into this whole bloodline stuff because he's going to be so locked into a CM Punk feud that who knows when that's going to happen. That bloodline stuff.
Yeah.
We might be I'm not gonna lie, we might be a good year away from that. Potentially even closer to 2. Potentially closer to 2, yeah.
I just know Mania season's gonna be good.
Yeah. Another banger Mania season loading.
All right, man. Let's go to the next one. All right, this is from WWE themselves. So, which NXT superstar do you think is going to be a future WrestleMania main eventer?
I think
male or female?
Male or female, of course.
I think Roxanne's a give me. Like I really do believe that. I think she's a give me.
Oba Femi.
Yeah, that's my number one right there.
I think Oba, yeah.
How far? I'm surprised we haven't. Trick.
Oh, that's interesting.
No, I don't know about WrestleMania main event.
Not yet.
I can't see it yet.
I think you get
I think if we could me personally, if we can see Oba as like a main eventer, I think we can see Trick there too. Oba got the dominance, but I don't really think he got like the star power like Trick do.
Mm-hmm.
Trick got the star power, but he don't got the inner. So it's I don't know. It's kind of the same. I can see both of them possibly main event in a Mania at some point.
Trying to think about that roster, that women's division. Well, I mean, granted, now we have people like Julia there. You know what I mean? So
if Jordan Grace gets signed, I mean that's
Jordan Grace is. I think that's a gimme too. I think they love Jordan Grace. I think they love Jordan Grace.
From the men's division, I'm gonna throw a little bit of a curveball out there. I think Tony D'Angelo has what it takes to be a real top heel in WWE.
With the character work they have him doing right now in NXT,
yeah.
I like it. I'm not mad at that either. The character work is phenomenal.
Yeah.
So
I think he might want to get away from the mob gimmick first because I don't think that's the WrestleMania main event gimmick. But I could definitely see he's got the in-ring ability and the charisma to really make it happen. From the women's division, I really feel like people like Jada Parker, Sol Ruka, Kalani Jordan, Lola Vice, those are give-me's. But personally, I got a lot of faith in Thea Hale.
Oh, that's an interesting one. Okay,
that's interesting, yeah.
We'll say she
And
has the
wait,
most.
and
She probably
Zay-
has the most time in general because isn't she like 19 or 20, something like that?
Yeah.
She's 19. Yeah, she has.
Zay, weren't you the one that wasn't really getting with NXT, bro?
Yeah, look. Hey, look.
Logistics.
Hey, logistics. All right, I may have or may have not have changed my mind while we were sitting there watching NXT take over in Philly.
What?
I may or not have. You feel me? I might have seen my nigga Joe Gacy cook and then Oprah Femi have a great match. Shit happened, but you feel me?
Okay. I was just asking. I was just checking. Just asking.
I'm not gonna lie. This is a pretty wild name to throw out there, but Ethan Page has everything it takes.
Oh yeah.
I'm like the dude is.
Bot twin.
He's a great heel, dude, and he's like pretty good in the ring. But man, his character work is top tier. I don't even think he belongs in NXT. The way he's working that character, I don't even think like he's above NXT now. He's had a phenomenal run with that title.
I feel like we might see a return to the old school NXT Triple H style, to where he'll bring someone in, they win a title, and then when they lose it, they go to the main roster.
Okay, I got what you're saying.
Do y'all see? Okay, so real quick, do y'all see Trick retaining his title, and do you think that's what they start the process of slowly kind of?
Yeah. I think Trick's winning on the CW.
I don't think Trick's taking the title. I think Ethan Page is gonna hold it for a little longer. I think we see Trick get called up without another title reign.
Really?
Yes, I think we see probably around the Rumble next year. I think Trick comes out in the Rumble, gets a big reaction, probably gets called up right after Mania.
I feel like if you were to bring up those two, and this is no disrespect, you guys can take it how you want it, but I feel like Ethan Page is more so one of those guys you just bring up. But I feel like Trick is one of those guys that gotta get drafted, if that makes any sense. That's just how I feel. I don't know, but I don't know. But shout out to NXT. You're in a great position if you have this many guys that we think can potentially be a main eventer at some point. So you guys are in good hands.
They got a lot of star power, man.
And a lot of them are NIL, bro. That's the crazy part. That's the crazy part.
Look, I'm still not respecting NIL, but they're starting to get a little bit more successful with it.
One of the NIL signees, they were like, it's gotten to the point with this TNA relationship, they're even showing out on TNA. I really think, Zay, I'm a believer. NIL works. It works, bro. It works. If you got the right backing, bro, it works. It works.
No, I really do think it comes down to the athlete, because there are definitely plenty of NIL athletes that I don't think are cutting it on the main roster currently in NXT. And that sounds harsh, I'm sorry, but it's the truth. But then you got people like Obafemi, who you could call up tomorrow and nobody's blinking an eye. You know? So it's 50-50. Trick's another NIL athlete, if I'm correct.
Wait, who did you say is not cutting it on the main roster?
I didn't say any names. I'm not putting nobody on blast like that, you feel me? I'm still trying to make some connections out here. But
was Tatum, does anyone know if Tatum Paxley, was she Indies or was she NIL?
She might have been like,
I don't remember,
like Europe Indies or something like that.
I'm not sure. I think a lot of those foreign girls, it's a mix up, because some of them are NIL, but some of them really just come from like real small indie scenes, and they happen to get a tryout. Like Lyra Valkyria, I thought she was NIL. She got an indie run. Blew me the fuck away.
I think Tatum Paxley was on the Indies.
Was she?
It looks like it.
Oh, you looked it up?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because again, y'all know how I feel about her. Best in-ring worker outside of Roxanne Perez on the NXT roster.
All right, man. Let's go on to the next one. We just kind of talked about this, so we'll pass by those. All right. AEW will likely never again reach the heights that CM Punk brought it to, which is a damn shame.
I love this. Zay, you go first, please. Take it away.
This is a lie. Okay, firstly, I'm going to start by acknowledging that CM Punk did bring them to very impressive heights. And there was a distinct drop-off when CM Punk left. Because CM Punk had come back to wrestling to AEW after a 7 to 9 year, I believe, hiatus from the ring. So yes, that was a lot of people being brought in, right? However, I don't think there was as much of a audience loss as people think, right? I think a lot of those people who originally tuned into AEW for CM Punk still tune into AEW, just not as many of those people anymore because some of them are, like Tommy, here for CM Punk. And there's nothing wrong with that. You feel me? You feel me? Like, I'm not going to lie to you. Part of the only reason I'm still locked into WWE is because of people like Carmelo Hayes and Kevin Owens, etc. So I understand following a wrestler. But AEW has the talent to surpass what they were doing. I believe all their current storylines are better than what they were doing at that time. Yes, there are still a few duds, but I feel like the women's division right now is absolutely killing it. You know, they're about to get a major TV deal. I believe once they have their pay-per-views on Max, which is, I believe, the plan soon, we're going to see AEW begin to climb because then they're getting rid of the pay-per-views, which is going to bring back a lot of audiences because nobody wants to pay $50 for a pay-per-view. They have the back catalog for people to be able to go back and be like, okay, I like this wrestler today. Let me see what they used to do. They're going to be in a place to where they could properly seize their spot in the market without ever really competing with WWE because that's not really the goal with AEW anymore.
Interesting. So here's what I'm going to say. Big CM Punk fan right here. Huge. Love him to death. Great guy. Phenomenal. Don't care what you think. But listen, I honestly think, I don't want to say they'll never get back to those heights because I think that's kind of harsh. They're 5 years old, something like that. So I think that's a little harsh. There's a lot.
They're just about to hit 5. They'll hit 5 literally in like 2 weeks.
There you go. So they're about 5 years old now. So I don't want to say ever again. But I do want to say it's going to be it's very hard to have someone like a CM Punk. Lack of a better term, generational talent. You have a few. AEW obviously has a few like Kenny Omega, depending on how you guys feel about the Young Bucks, depending on who you are, maybe the Young Bucks. But it's just, and Okada, can't forget Okada. Ospreay's great too. It's just the one thing that I will say that is always going to be lacking in AEW is storytelling. It's they just tell a different story. They rely on the stories in the ring, and I think because of the style of AEW, has nothing to do with CM Punk, has nothing to do with the talent per se, in my opinion. I think it's just the style of AEW that's gonna hinder them in a sense because they're not really trying to appease to the wider audiences like your Punk can reach. So I don't think it's necessarily because of that. I don't want to say it'll never happen again, but I think it's just because of the way AEW is okay with being that in ring show, and that's fine. But to say never is kind of harsh.
Who do you think could be that guy to take him?
Probably Ospreay. How old is Ospreay? Honestly,
It's got to be like 32, 31.
Then yeah,
That's my
Ospreay,
guess.
Jay White, MJF. Those are just a few young guys.
Swerve Strickland is the guy to take them to the next level, and I guarantee it.
I love that you said that, and I love Swerve to death. Trust me when I say this. I love him to death, but his style is just slightly too rugged. I feel like because when I feel like that height that they're talking about is more so the general public, the general audiences, not the hardcore fans. At least that's what when I read this, That's what I'm thinking of. So I think again, just because the style of it, which I think AEW is completely okay with, I think that's the only thing that will slow him down.
I'm not gonna lie. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but AEW's gonna keep falling off. And the reason why I say that is, look, I don't hate AEW. I hate the way it's run. Let me ask you this: is there any interest in Nigel McGuinness versus Bryan Danielson?
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, I want to see the match. Yeah.
Okay, you want to see the match, right?
There's not that many. There's not that much interest that I think Tony Khan think there is.
Well, hold on.
I do think a
let me ask you this: does the interest come from their prior match before? Has Tony Khan made you believe that this is a watchable match? Like, has Tony Khan done anything to make anybody in that general audience? What's the story to that match outside of?
I think I'll say this. I'll say that I think that audience is mad excited for it. I don't know if our the WWE audience is.
Nigel's been telling people on Collision his motivation for over a year, maybe close to a year and a half.
I'm gonna be honest, probably since Bryan Danielson stepped foot on Collision. Honestly,
yeah, like he's been telling this story for a very long time. This did not come out of nowhere. The interest is there from the entire audience because they've been seeing Nigel cook this nigga every chance he has.
I get that, right? But then let me come forward to you with this point. Why the hell did Jon Moxley attack him and say that he was not going to defend the title at all because he was kind of, obviously taken out, whatever. And then now you have people saying that, you have the commentary booth saying, "Oh, will he defend the title?" What kind of senseless booking is that? What, like, no, he's going to defend the title? Is the match not been made official? Of course he's going to defend the title. What kind of senseless booking is that? And then
the match isn't for the title.
It's not.
It's not.
No, the match isn't for the title. That's why it's set up as, if Bryan is cleared, because it's straight up a Nigel McGuinness and Bryan is a grudge match. No title.
All right, so if it's not for the title, right? Why are they saying, And then Jon Moxley specifically came out the week after he attacked him, right, and said that he will not be around because of what he did to him. And then now it's kind of like, and then Tony Khan is, come on, if he's cleared. And on top of that, why this past Wednesday, why was he not on the show cutting it? Like, even a little promo from home, like.
Because
my fault. My fault. I dragged over the Willa Udo page for some reason.
And then the other thing that makes me mad is, okay, he's the world champion, right? Darby Allin was supposed to get a world title shot, right? At this pay-per-view, and they completely moved it just to do this Jon Moxley angle.
They didn't move it. Darby moved it himself to get the match with Moxley.
Exactly. Meaning it's scripted, so Tony Khan moved it to do a Nigel McGuinness match.
Okay,
you want to know why? Because they couldn't sell enough tickets. You do understand that, right?
Hold on, wait. No, that's completely off topic. If you want to talk about the kayfabe aspect of it, let's talk about the kayfabe aspect of it. Jon Moxley challenged Darby Allin for that title match, and Darby said yes. So Darby gave up the opportunity to do the title match there for the match with Moxley. That is why the Nigel match isn't for the title, because of course Nigel's not going to get a title shot just because Darby said, "I'm not doing it tonight." No, that means there's no title match for that title. It's a grudge match. They've been telling the story of that grudge match. Bryan is selling the fact that Moxley tried to kill him. Why would he come back and cut a promo to break the suspense if he's going to be there or not? That's part of the point. For if he doesn't show up, Nigel can be like, "Oh, Bryan fears me. He's scared of me." But if he does show up, it's a quote-unquote broken Bryan facing Nigel. So if Nigel gets the win, he beat a halfway there Bryan. If Bryan wins, that completely destroys Nigel as like his character, his mindset, so to speak.
That's another thing what happens after the match when Nigel got to go back on commentary? Like, he has to Like,
I think Nigel's sticking around. He's gonna do like part-time work. I think we're gonna see him do big matches. I literally said it on Twitter earlier. I don't think this is a one and done. I feel like Brian's going to beat Nigel, but then Nigel's going to come back and they're gonna take the story into the next year with bits and pieces going through it.
I'm not gonna lie. AEW does not move me with their stories. And this is the biggest reason why they have not been able to get to the CM Punk to when CM Punk got it. By the way, CM Punk only brought it to that level because it was a nostalgia act. People were so excited to see CM Punk. To be honest, that is the biggest reason he brought it back to that level.
I do also want to mention, I feel like he's gotten hurt too fast. He got suspended too fast for us to even see if it would last. You know what I mean?
Now let me tell you what separates AEW from any other wrestling company not named WWE. There's nothing. Want to know why?
That it has the platform. That it has the platform, the availability that WWE has.
Okay, question. All right. They wrestle on AEW, right? They wrestle on New Japan. They wrestle basically, right? You want to know why WWE has been so successful? Because they've been able to tell stories for so many years, right? Elite level stories. Outside of maybe like a couple that have come through across a certain span of time, a lot of their lower tier if you're not a higher tier story and you don't get enough TV time, what the hell is Collision? Senseless matches. Who come on? Who watches Collision? Nobody here watches Collision. It's all senseless booking. So it's half the time. Sometimes Dynamite. Okay, I'll say past like month or whatever, 2 months has been very good, but it's gone. It's very bad stretches for a long period of time.
That's with any wrestling company is gonna have bad stretches of time where they're not doing their best work. That's not a shocker. Yes, I've already admitted AEW had their low when CM Punk left because, like you said, with him being a nostalgia act, and again, this relates to Collision. It was so CM Punk centric that show was going to fall when CM Punk left. That's why everyone said it was a bad idea to make the show centered around CM Punk, because everybody knew CM Punk was not gonna be there very long.
But do you ever notice why AEW never pulls in new viewership? It's because they're not able to reel people in on their storytelling. There's great wrestling in AEW, but so there's also great wrestling in so many other companies. You can get great wrestling anywhere, but you can't get consistency in it. You can't get consistency everywhere either.
I think that's the difference, because AEW doesn't have the desire for a casual audience. They make the shows for the audience that they have developed over the years through the wrestlers that they have fan bases. People tune in to watch their favorite wrestlers come in. That's why AEW has been successful in the first place. It's because they're not trying to follow the WWE model. That's what a lot of people had the problem with Collision, because it felt like a WWE-like type of show with the way CM Punk does his particular brand of storytelling.
So then what would you say of the ceiling for AEW? Because it doesn't seem like that's very high.
I mean, I think AEW's going to continue to rise within the market that they have. Of course, they're never going to surpass a 50-year titan of the industry. That's never going to go down because that's contingency after contingency. But they're going to solidify a place in the market for their style of wrestling, which has always been the point.
Do you think obviously, look, they're not going to top WWE. No one's ever going to top them. Do you think they're going to be able to top what TNA did from mid to late 2000s?
I think they're on par with that era of TNA. Especially since especially since I think TNA has a far lower low than AEW has ever seen.
That is, by the way, I remind you, that is a show that for a while would compete with WWE fairly well. I mean, we're talking potentially going close to 2 million viewers.
That was for a few select weeks, and that was a few select weeks because they were forced to do that night. They could never do that on any type of consistent basis.
Is that what they went Mondays and They had to
they
go
went
Mondays and
Monday.
they got swept by
That-
Raw or something like that.
That would be like the once or twice a year Spike would push them to Monday because they have other stuff on the normal day.
That was also, I feel like that also partly.
That is kind of what AEW is trying to reach, right? Because I don't know. Okay, the peak of WCW, I'm not sure they'll ever reach that. WCW at its peak.
I think AEW has blown WCW out the water by now.
We gotta. Well, okay.
Whoa. I do not know.
Oh man! Wow.
That is a bad take. Whoa.
Bro, okay.
In the prime years of WCW, do you remember that the
the
cruiserweight
prime years
division?
of WCW only had the cruiserweight division. That was it.
Okay, and they still did better with the cruiserweight division than what AEW has been able to do with a majority of their roster for a 5-year span.
I think that's completely false because I believe they have done more with their roster than someone who just had the cruiserweight division. When every other part of your show sucked, then the only part was the cruiserweight division. What are we really talking about?
Are we gonna forget that WCW made WWE to keep signing stars, and they were trying to take WCW stars because, bro, they were having a tough time developing storylines that were just as good as WCW. They literally had to force.
It wasn't a hard time developing storylines. It was a hard time maintaining a top guy after Hogan left.
Exactly. They literally forced WWE's hand, mind you, while being on the same night. On the same night. Consistently.
That's tough.
That is the highest ceiling that AEW needs to get. I'm not gonna lie, they're not gonna get. They might not get there.
But you're talking about a WWE that's much earlier in their run. You're talking about a WWE that was already competing with WCW, aka Jim Crockett Promotions, the entirety of its career. So those are equal companies on equal playing fields. I'm saying AEW has come in despite the lead WWE has and has made up for what WCW has done and has solidified a spot in the conversation.
Technically already have that lead because of Hulk Hogan?
No, they didn't, because Jim Crockett Promotions never went out of business after the territories.
That's true, but WWE was excelling by that point. By literally by the mid 90s, the WWE was, creme de la creme by that point.
Yes, but Jim Crockett Promotions still had their select stars and people that were tuning in for them. That's why Jim Crockett kept his place equal to WWE in the market. That's how they were able to sign someone like Hogan, because they wasn't a demotion.
That's true. But look, AEW, I don't think they've surpassed WCW. For the simple fact that their peak had competed with Monday Night Raw, and it made them, obviously into the Attitude Era, which a lot of people like to say it's the greatest era of all time. Kind of forced their hand. And look, even then, they were still competing for a certain amount of time, and then obviously they kind of fell off. But during the prime years, it made them literally have to change direction and try to form all these new stars because WCW was just performing at a very high level.
But also, which is, like I said, there's a slight lead that WWE has on AEW that they didn't have on WCW. Which is all the difference in this conversation.
I don't think that's all the difference, but I understand what you're saying, Zay.
Well, that's not, look, AEW doesn't need to be like WWE. The thing is like WCW had their own flow, the way they kind of handle things. AEW,
2021, especially.
Yes, this was good. This was like probably the peak. And look, if they can get back to that, on a consistent basis with some storytelling, like some really good storytelling, then good. The thing is you're failing to attract any new fans because the product just won't allow for that. The product just won't allow for it. The product only attracts the fans that they currently have. Doesn't bring in any new fans. And I'll actually even give you an instance. There was AEW Collision in my town yesterday. Well, it's actually like a state over, but it's only literally like 35 minutes away. I didn't know about it until like maybe a couple of days ago because they don't know how to market well.
Mm-hmm.
That's the other issue with AEW is they don't know how to market their shows well. So first off, they can't do that, and then they don't have like their product doesn't cater to other people outside of just their audience. How are you supposed to ever grow if you can't cater to people outside of your audience? The goal is to always get new audience, and if you're not doing that,
the light blue ones as well.
then what's the point? What's the point of running a business? What's the point of running a business if you can't cater to you want to cater to your hardcore fans, to the people that you know are going to support you? But why would you not put on a product that's going to expand to more people out there? Like that's senseless. You're putting in all this money into a promotion that's not going to grow past its box that it's currently in.
I agree with you, Axel. I think even before CM Punk was there and added his little drawing or viewership to AEW, I think a little bit slightly before we had the debut of Danielson and Adam Cole. Before that, I think AEW was cooking. So I don't know what happened from then to now, but there is this change, there is a shift, and there is something that AEW needs to figure out. Just in my opinion, because let's not even act like that it was only because CM Punk and Adam Cole and Bryan Danielson all showed up that same night or same year or whatever. I think it was even before that. I think they were cooking.
Well, think about it. AEW is so freshly new, and some of these people that don't watch All Japan Wrestling or whatever, they've never seen these guys before. So to the naked eye, oh wow, it's like different, because it's a different wrestling style than what the actual American fans are actually used to, which is a WWE style. So that opened their eyes to them, and it's like, oh, okay. And then it was like, okay, let me test this out. It's a trial. It doesn't get past the trial.
Okay.
30-day trial, like they see, oh, this is kind of these storylines ain't hitting, the matches are good, and then move on. We're gonna go back to watching, good stuff.
What I think AEW needs is like a Nick Khan level higher. Who that is, I don't know. That's
Scott D'Amore.
Maybe
Scott D'Amore could help them. Like
they need something to kind of just change for the marketing specifically, how to better market your product.
I think
that's one. They need a better. Go ahead, Zay. Go ahead.
I think the marketing, yes. I think they do not need to change the actual product because the product is what makes AEW what it is, and that's why. I think changing the product is what's going to kill AEW over time, far more than just whatever the hell, the marketing, bad marketing, or whatever.
I will say,
but I think that's
I will say to a certain level though, Zay, is that the product that a lot of the fans do love is not getting new viewers.
And that's my biggest issue.
I think that's the biggest issue.
Yeah, and again, if AEW is okay with that, then that's fine. They just need to understand that you really won't reach heights like you did in the past,
I think they can definitely reach those heights again without changing the product very much, because I believe it was the quality of the roster and the quality that they were putting forth that made AEW what it was.
I mean, we'll see. Well, I mean, I just when I watch AEW, and I could be mistaken, I could be looking too much into it, but I feel like you can tell when Tony Khan has his hands on something 100%, and then you can also tell when a wrestler has his input on something 100%. I feel like when the Tony Khan things, 9 times out of 10, I'm like, oh, why did that just happen? Or when I feel like MJF stuff, when MJF is on TV, I feel like Tony Khan tells him, go out there and just entertain. And it works because I feel like Tony Khan's booking philosophy is just It's just all about in ring stuff, you know. That's all it is. That's all it comes down to.
And look, let me ask you this, right?
Appreciate it.
You guys say, right, Nigel McGuinness and Bryan Danielson is a very intriguing match, right?
Depending on who you ask. Depending on who you ask.
All right, so let me.
Yes.
Okay, if it's an intriguing match, why was now? Obviously, it's been built for a while because Nigel's been talking on commentary, right? Okay. Obviously, I'm not sure if people knew that match was actually going to happen at Grand Slam. I'm not even sure people even realized that match was going to happen anytime soon. You know, obviously people saw Nigel come back at AEW All In, right? And that's part of why I think, you know, TK, you know, come on, like this is a match. If this is an important match, this should have been, you know, kind of like a couple of weeks, like several weeks ago, is something that should have been announced. If this is important, get time, build it up, because then
That's what they've been doing, though.
But did people actually know that it was going to be at Grand Slam?
Yes, it was marketed to be at Grand Slam since the very first time they announced it.
I feel like we didn't.
Which was when?
Well, I feel like the
Like, what,
general
2 weeks
public
ago?
didn't
3 weeks
know.
ago.
3 weeks ago. Okay.
3 weeks ago.
Okay,
I'm gonna be
okay.
honest. The people on my
Okay.
timeline found out on Saturday when Nigel cut the promo. I'm gonna be real with you. Whenever
Bro,
he cut
look.
that promo was when my timeline found out. On
And let me and then okay, look. I'm gonna give you a time period when AEW was hot, right? And clearly there's people say all these stories going on now. Why a couple years ago, Grand Slam, 20,000 people to go see Bryan Danielson and Kenny Omega. Why is there now now only like 5K people to just see Daniel Bryan and Nigel McGuinness or Bryan Danielson and Nigel McGuinness?
Because they keep running the same cities, which is a problem with their location picking. That's really it. They need to switch up. They need to go to different cities with these
Clearly they
bigger
can't
shows.
sell any cities.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it. That one.
They can't sell any cities.
That one sucks because
This is
that's
New
something
York.
that AEW
This is
is
New
struggling
York.
with. Yeah,
New York is
Yes,
a hot market.
they've run New York multiple times every single year since their first year. The same reason they run Chicago so many different times in the
WWE can go
down.
to a small ass town in goddamn Wyoming and still draw like they're in a normal
6K,
big
7K,
city.
like
Yeah, that's what. So
Yeah.
I think that's another thing. It hurts AEW that
But
they
that's
can't go all over
that's
the
a
world.
comparison to WWE. That's not a fair comparison because yes, they can go to a smaller town and do that because they have a longer history of doing that.
The world is. I feel like the
But it's New
power
York.
of marketing
It's New York.
nowadays. That I feel like that shouldn't really be a.
and on top of that, this is New York. Like I'm not talking about Wisconsin. I'm talking. This is New York. How can you not sell New York?
Because when you do New York every year, people will be like, "Oh, okay, I'll catch it next year. I'll do it this year. I'll do it that year. Whatever." You can't run the same city with the same show multiple years in a row. That's why pay-per-views switch locations every year.
Question: New Japan does Karakin Hall a couple times a year.
Tokyo Dome every year.
Every year. Why do they sell it out?
Because Japanese wrestling is different than North American wrestling.
Okay, but you're still attracting a crowd though. It's still the same concept.
No, because wrestling's taken very differently than it is here.
But why is WWE's wrestling taken differently from AEW wrestling when they're both in the same place?
Because of the time gap. WWE is a household name. AEW is looked at as a overgrown indie company, so to speak. But that's a perception because WWE has been the premier wrestling company for so long with zero actual competition.
But there was literally a time where AEW was actually selling these seats. So why is it going backwards?
Like I said this on repeated locations. If they take Grand Slam to a different stadium type location and mix up the location that they are at, they are going to attract more fans. Because yes, people flew all the way to New York for the first Grand Slam. They're not going to do that every year. If you bring Grand Slam to a different location, you're going to get people like, okay, it's closer this time. There's going to be people who are going to be like, okay, I'm going to travel, etc. draw a bigger crowd if you switch locations.
I'm not gonna lie, you're wrong. Revolution is in a different place every year. Every year the numbers have gone down. You're wrong. So so no matter if they switch venues, switch cities.
And Revolution even has thing retirement as well. I just think it's just AEW's they're in a tricky spot. I just think it's simple. I think AEW's marketing is just not on par at the
Hey,
moment.
this is random, but did y'all see the venue that NXT is doing for St. Louis?
Yeah, it's like an enterprise center.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, is that a bar? Does that say bar?
Yes.
What?
Loki, this is what they should do for a Collision. Some stuff like this.
Hey, I'm going to a Collision show if I get a bar in the arena.
I'm not gonna lie, Collision just need to be scrapped.
I mean, but if they're gonna do it, they should do venues like this.
Yeah, they shouldn't do that.
Wait, so what is this venue called? What venue is that?
Yo, this nigga Rod is a professional AEW hater, and it makes no sense.
I'm not a hater. I'm just stating the facts, bro. Like this is like they can't. Like you're talking to me about cities, right? Any city they go to, it's like they can't sell. They went from going to in LA, right? They went from going to what's that arena called?
What?
Kia Forum.
Yes.
Oh yeah, they were there.
Anymore. They gotta run smaller venues around California because they can't even put bodies in there.
Didn't they run the Kia Forum like what full year?
Yes.
That was the last time. It was in November.
Yes.
And wait, I forgot. Part of the reason that they're not selling is because they're picking too big of arenas to begin with. They're picking arenas that yes, WWE would go to, but WWE's a bigger company. They need to pick
like
smaller arenas and then do the bigger ones for bigger shows. They have no problem selling out those arenas for bigger shows. They sell
go places like this, man.
Yeah, they need to do more things like that. Which is yes, I think people are comparing AEW to like WWE's main roster production, and that's completely not fair because yes, WWE has increased their quality exponentially in the 5 years since AEW has existed. A lot of people tuned into AEW simply because WWE was shit. When WWE wasn't shit, they're like, okay, I'm gonna just go back because it's more familiar.
But okay, so I'll give you a little bit more of an example because look at NXT. Okay, NXT hosts smaller venues because they know they can't sell these bigger ones sometimes.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying if AEW went back to doing what they were doing in the beginning, which was competing on NXT's level, then yeah,
that's their issue right there. Because look at NXT, right? They decided, right? They were gonna they stopped doing pay-per-views. Like they just recently started doing pay-per-views, like traveling and stuff. Like they just recently started doing that. Like I feel like, look, AEW is just trying to be a little too much like WWE, and that's one thing, right? At least not from a wrestling perspective, because obviously they have their style, they have their way to. But from a business perspective, they try to do too much like them. Like, oh, we want to book the same arenas they do. We want to do the same cities they do. Like, bro, you can't do that. Like you can't do that. Like that's just not. It's not how it works. First off, your product within has to become better. It has to cater to an audience outside of your hardcore. Like cater to your hardcore because those are the people that are gonna stick with you, grind it out for you, whatever. Cool. But start to open up a little more because if you never open up, then it's like if I open up a business, right? And I just never get any new people because I don't do enough to market myself or let's say I open a cupcake business, all I sell.
But again, they aren't looking for a new audience. They're looking to solidify their spot in the market. That's the difference.
I have a question.
You're thinking of a company that's looking to potentially surpass. They're just a company that's looking to just cement.
Gotcha. So I got what you're saying. So if I'm AEW, granted, again, if you've copy a formula. It's not necessarily mean that you're trying to be like them. You just saw it work, so why not? Is there an arena out there that AEW can just stay put at and just kind of work that way until they do build this emergence that you sense is coming and fans, so when they do travel, they don't have these issues of booking too big of arenas or just not selling seats or
I liked the setup that they had at that Dallas place for Collision.
That was cool.
Really cool.
And those are some of the better Collision shows.
Okay, that'd be for those. It'd be a good idea to just, like, at least for like shows like Collision, just if they're gonna do them, just set up shop at one place for like a month, and then
Collision, I think that works for Collision. Dynamite.
yeah, I'm saying that wouldn't work. That would not work for Dynamite.
Dynamite needs to continue to travel because Dynamite does well as it stands, and Dynamite as a traveling show is their benefactor.
I think Dynamite could still also go for smaller arenas, but
yeah,
I get what
you're
saying.
I think Dynamite goes for arenas that are like maybe capacity under 10K arenas, and they will do fine. The problem is they're picking arenas where the capacity is fucking 20, 30K, and it's you're not gonna pack that out.
Oh damn.
That's real though.
We'll see. Whenever he gets back, I think we'll take that as a sign to move on to the next one.
All right, let's do it.
All right. So from AJ Francis, he says, a year ago I got released. Who had a better year than me? Don't worry, I'll wait. So my question is, who out of the last year? No. Who was out of the last year's batch of release? Last year specifically, batch of releases.
Ali hasn't even been. Has he been released for a year?
Yeah, he was in that batch.
Okay, then
so from
Ali.
that batch, it was Riddle, Top Dollar, Ali, and Ziggler, I think, and then Dana Brooke, of course. But
Ali.
Mm-hmm.
And if we can go, literally, we can go band for band. AJ Francis was on Impact or TNA. Ali was also on TNA. Who won the more prestigious title? Ali did. It's just that
what more prestigious storylines? I mean, look at come on.
Ali did.
Come on, Ali.
I think right behind Ali,
the only good storyline was Joe Hendry.
I think Ziggler is like right behind him.
Right behind him.
Right.
I will say
Ali or AJ Francis?
Ali.
Well, yeah, and that's just because he's the world champ, in my opinion.
I will say though that AJ Francis is a funny ass heel though.
Yeah, he's funny.
That's what's saving him for me. He's just funny. At least I know I'm gonna laugh when he's on my TV.
That is true. You might be laughing at the wrong things.
Yeah, I didn't say what, but I know I'm gonna laugh.
I'm sorry, I can't take him serious, bro. I think he's a great entertainer though.
Mm-hmm.
Great entertainer. I don't think he's good in the ring. I'm not gonna lie.
I think he's yeah. Let me not even. Just in case.
But he's not supposed to be a worker though.
No. You know, when I look at him, I think of Moose, man. Like they just bore me out.
Damn, free Moose.
I'm not gonna lie, Moose bores me out. Damn. Moose really does.
I enjoyed his match with that. That was probably just because I was there live.
No, I'm not saying that Moose can't work in ring. I'm not saying that. Like Moose can work. There's just something about Moose that's like, I don't know.
Moose is one of those guys that need WWE. He needs that little push.
Moose kind of bores me out. I don't know if it's his character. Like, I want to say it's his character because I'm not gonna lie. I don't like the system, bro.
I don't either.
I don't like the system, and I got a feeling that's where the boringness of Moose comes from. So obviously he's a part of that faction. So
I think for me, even before the system, I wasn't really big on him.
Yeah, I'm not a big Moose guy per se.
He needs those WWE promo classes. I think that would help him.
Tommy, does a Moose NXT run interest you?
Actually, it does because I know Sean would fucking love Moose.
And he has this I think he has like a lisp or something. Like he has.
Hey, if Cody made it, so can Moose.
Cody was cool.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Dusty Rhodes was cool. Cody's cool.
But I think Sean would really he would spoil Moose. I think he would.
Yeah.
Nah, he would. Yeah, he would.
He has all the physical traits. He just doesn't have the, kind of like the promo stuff.
But that's why I feel like WWE is there. That's what I think they succeed. If you get there and you could be green as fuck, and then get a couple classes under your belt. I mean, look at Jade. She's still improving. And I think she improved a lot more than the time she was at AEW. And she was there obviously way longer. But
honestly, correct me if I'm wrong. I didn't really know Gunther as like a promo guy before his time in NXT,
I
like
did not.
NXT
Yeah,
US.
no, he was not.
Or when he got to the main roster after his time in NXT, like Sean NXT,
You know where he got really
he's
good.
great now, bro. He's
You know
great.
where he got really good.
Untouchable, almost.
Where he got really good was, and I think the one person that kind of made him work a little bit more on his promo was The Miz when he had that feud with him
Mhm.
in Survivor Series. I think that was like the one where it's like, okay, like this guy can clearly work with
Just
others
being
on the
in
mic who are
being in the
who are
system,
yeah, and like
not the
a
most
guy
system.
like working with a guy like The Miz will obviously help you tap into like get better at promos because obviously The Miz is a great talker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's not gonna just give it to you like LA Knight had to find out the hard way in their promo exchange.
Yeah.
Mustafa Ali is no longer in TNA.
Oh, so
Nope.
tell me what happened with that? Is he just
He's
out?
just he's just a free agent.
No contract. No
Yeah,
contract.
it was like a handshake deal.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Was that story true about him not wanting to lose in New Japan or something?
Ooh, I don't know. I don't know how true. Because when I saw it, rumors. So I don't know how.
So is he just working indies now?
Yeah, he has dates and stuff he's fulfilling, and he's wrestling. I forgot, but he's supposed to have some pretty big matches in New Japan. So
I want TNA to sign him, and I want them to put him in the main event division.
That's probably where he will. Man, if he stays, that's obviously where he's gonna go.
TNA's main event division, like we talked about it last week, needs a breath of fresh air, bro.
They do.
If they're not
I'm praying someone like
they
Santana can be that, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm asking a lot from Santana, but I mean that's what we got him for. We signed him for this reason. So.
Oh, I wish Donnie was here for this one. Over 100 days have passed since Becky Lynch's last appearance on TV.
Rebecca Quinn has signed with AEW.
Oh man,
it is kind of sad, or not sad, but it's weird. It's
I feel like now. I feel like it was a breath of fresh air for her not to be on TV for a while, but now I kind of miss like something, at least something in. Maybe it's not even specifically her, just something we need in the women's division. It could be her, could be of course Charlotte. What do y'all think she's gonna do when she gets back?
I have no idea, bro. I guess like
I'm gonna be honest, you can't mess with Liv. That's dead. I don't think they should do that again.
I don't know, man. Is she even gonna re-sign?
That's the other thing. We don't know if she's actually coming back.
Is she actually?
This is like I love that wrestling.
I can also
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I love that we're giving Rebecca. That's hilarious. Becky Lynch her space and everything. I'm glad people aren't trying to get the inside scoop on her or whatever, or maybe she's just not giving us that or whatever. But
she's been quiet. Like she's
extreme. It's. I don't know if I should be worried or what, honestly, but it's been quiet.
I've warmed up to Becky. I will say, if she really like just wanted to call it a career, she has every right to do that.
She could,
and she'd be a Hall of Famer.
Well, that's a Hall. She has a Hall of Fame career.
Where are we putting her though? Just ranking Rimmon all time. If she called it a career today.
He has a gate for number one.
I'm not gonna lie. I think GOAT. GOAT, man. Look.
Okay.
Look, her transformation has been otherworldly. I mean, she goes from the Irish last kicker, which, first off, she goes from this dancing Irish woman in NXT to the Irish last kicker, which was beloved by fans, obviously. And then she goes and takes on this whole character of the man, and transcends what it means for women's wrestling. And she had this character that was so dominant that she was literally number one in WWE. And I'm not just talking number one in females, number one in males. Now, you could argue, she did it in the worst year of WWE, which was 2019. But still, she held down the WWE. She was a bright spot in the WWE while there were so many lowlights. So the fact that she was even able to keep even a certain amount of fans invested is a testament to her work and her character work. And I understand, when she came back and then, big time. I'm not sure how big of a fan a lot of people were big time back.
I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie.
I think she did a great job as a heel, and it was the right time. She had the feud with Bianca. And it was great. And I think she did phenomenal work on her heel run. And then obviously she turned face again. And look, she's been great. She's main event first woman along with Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair to main event of WrestleMania. Call it what you want. Bad WrestleMania main event. I don't give a damn. Her name will forever be etched in that spotlight that she made, and she main evented the last one night version of WrestleMania, which is another kind of historical feat there. Yeah, people were pissed, but look, when you don't have enough women that have the star power and the character work that she does, and look, she had a great program with Trish.
I love,
there's not many people that could get in a program with Trish this late into her career, because obviously she's older.
Yeah.
And they trusted her with that, and she made Trish look like $1 million.
Not only did she put on a great program with Trish, she also put on a very underrated match with Lita at like one of the Saudi shows.
Yes.
It does not get talked about enough.
Oh, that's the Elimination
Chamber. It was
Chamber.
actually, let's be honest. It was a carry job. Lita was not moving well.
No.
Let's be real.
That match was heat.
Let's just say, also, people didn't care about Zoe Stark until she got into a match / like feud with Becky Lynch as well. She's and look, her feud with Charlotte Flair is forever gonna go down as one of all-time great women's feud. The steel cage match, that was great with Trish.
Mm-hmm.
But she's just done so much stuff to kind of transcend women's wrestling over the years. And she's NXT run, and then obviously her main roster run was peak level, probably as great as any woman. You're talking what? She started the man run 2018?
Yeah. Man, that man run was different. And I think that's one of those, like, you had to be there to see that run.
Yeah. So she had like a good 6 years, where she was complete dominant at the top, or one of the top women in the WWE. Also, her program with Becky probably wasn't the greatest program, but the match and then her putting Rhea over, she Bianca over. She understood the assignment. Made Bianca look like $1 million, even though people were mad in hindsight. People were mad that
that made that WrestleMania 38 match.
It made it so much better. So look, Becky is, to me, I think, the GOAT. The impact she's had on the business, if she does retire, the impact she's had on the business, the people she was able to put over, and the matches that she was able to deliver in the time that she was given, I mean, it speaks for itself. The only reason I won't say like Trish or any other women is these women, obviously, and it's not their fault. It's just completely just the time and the place that they were featured in. Trish was a bikini merchant, stripper merchant. And that's not all on her, unfortunately. That's kind of more of like the time and the place that she was in. Shout out to the Walking Weapon. Charlie, right?
What's good, Tom?
Oh man,
Nothing,
shout
man.
out to the Walking Weapon, man. Charlie.
Hey, Tommy, you know the Walking Weapon ran Josh Alexander out of San Antonio last week, man.
Damn.
True story.
Wow.
True story.
Story. Yeah, man. If she were to retire, man, she's the GOAT, man.
I don't have no pushback. I was thinking this whole, as you guys were talking, trying to think of just something to throw out there, but no, I think that's fair. It sucks because that's Donnie's gal, but whatever.
He's not here to hear you talk about her. Good.
I know, right? Donnie would be all over this conversation.
Glazing. But she is one of them ones. She's one of them ones.
Yeah. She's one of one. Look, she's a one of one woman. She transformed the industry in a big way. So
I hope this isn't ever. I would like if
she has to come back and see Julia, so she can't retire.
Oh yeah. She is done.
Matter of fact,
I would want to see her be like a part-time role.
How old is she actually?
You gotta see Julia.
She's got to be like 34, 35.
I'm gonna guess 37 max.
But I wouldn't be surprised if
37. You're right on.
I want to be surprised if she wants to be a mom.
Look, in the road life, I assume, because it both, like, mind you, the mother and the father have grueling schedules because they're two of the top acts on WWE. So I can't imagine how tough that is. But
at the same time,
the more
this is the one time they can be at home together. She might come back when Seth comes back. Who knows?
That too. The more I'm thinking about it, it's very possible she might be semi done. because I'm pretty sure she had her daughter in like 2020. That means her daughter would probably be getting in school now. So now might be the time she wants to hang back, stay home. At this point in her career.
Seth, I don't think will retire. Yes,
Seth, I don't think so. No.
But if there's more of a person that will retire, I think it's Becky. But I don't know if she's gonna retire fully, right? Like I have a feeling it's gonna be like a part-time schedule. You know, she shows up for some of these bigger events and stuff like that, and you know, but if she does call it quits, then you know, obviously it's very unfortunate. But you know, she's home with Seth right now because Seth is, you know, obviously not on TV. And I think she's kind of reflecting right now and kind of taking the time to see what she wants to do. And, you know, well, hopefully we see her back on TV. And if not, then, you know, she's cemented herself as, you know, arguably the greatest of all time. And there's not much left for her to do. I'm like, I can't, well, you know, maybe a few with like Roxanne and like Julia and stuff like that. But the current roster, you know, the current women's roster on the main roster, I'm not like I guess you could revisit Charlotte stuff, but you know, I'm not sure if there's much for her to go over through to do.
Yeah, hey, Charlotte, man, whenever you return, this is your chance. If Becky's not back yet, this is your chance to regain that top spot, man.
What do you guys rank Charlotte? Do you guys rank her above or below?
Under Becky.
At the very moment now, I have her below. For a good while, I did have her above. I did think she was going to go. I at one point I thought Charlotte was going to go down as the best, but I think Becky got that right now.
Yeah.
Putting all my black women love biasness aside, I'm gonna keep it a bean. Charlotte, I think, is under Becky, but I think Becky is one of those ones. I mean, I can't ignore it. Bianca, your time is coming, but right now it's Becky.
Yeah, Bianca will get her singles run again soon, but
yeah, she will. It's just look, Becky just has, you know, the last 6 years of just, you know, like like there's no like there's no pushback on it. She's had the last 6 years, and then obviously she had one of the greatest, actually I think the greatest women's character transformation you'll ever see.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's real.
I don't know that I can't remember a better women's transformation other than the man.
Whoa.
Like I can't remember. And then obviously everybody will forever remember the scene of her standing at the top of the ramp on that SmackDown episode or Monday Night Raw with her nose busted open. Yeah, man, the moments, the impact that she had is just it's incredible. It's incredible. In an era where there's a whole bunch of competition, like she was competing for the top spot with women like Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair, and it's like she kind of stood out amongst all those other women that were there.
Shout out Becky.
Yeah, but we hope you're not retired. We want to see.
Yeah, we hope not. We hope Becky is not retiring. So,
all right. Which one is the only right man to dethrone Cody Rhodes and become the new WWE champion? Also, it doesn't have to be off this list. I just use this as reference.
I don't know if I don't have a name.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I don't have an answer, and it's definitely not the top two.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the top two, and it's definitely not the one to the left. The one top left? Oh no, that can't happen. That can't happen.
I'm not gonna lie. I hear a lot of people say Randy. I don't see it, bro. I don't mean it could happen, but I don't think it should.
I want to say
it's not even a reason. It's not like a hating reason either. It's just
past that.
Yeah.
That phase of his career where given a title shot. I mean, obviously he's going to be given a title shot, but given the title, I think he's past that portion of his career. This is tough. Look, I'm not gonna lie. I think we're a year and a half away from a Cody losing the title scenario. I'm not sure we're close to that moment. That's why it's very hard for me. I think if he takes the Rock at the if the scenario is that we're getting Roman, now I'm starting to think Roman is going to face Solo at Mania.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason is if that obviously that's a one-on-one match that's gonna happen, right? Could it happen at the Rumble? If it does, then great, right?
Rumble.
If it does, then great. Roman and Solo. I think the best case scenario, right, is have Roman Solo Rumble, Rock Cody Rumble, and the Rock. Let's say the Rock, I don't know, costs Roman Reigns earlier on in the night, or vice versa. The Rock loses at the start of the night, costs Roman later on in the night. Roman enters or Royal Rumble wins, whatever, blah blah blah. I think the right scenario to go is Cody beats Rock at Rumble. He beats Roman at Mania, and then Cody kind of goes on this long run. I don't foresee Cody losing anytime soon. That's what's
I'm
kind
gonna
of
be
hard
honest.
for me to. It's hard for me to visualize who's gonna beat him.
It's gonna be one of those situations where we don't know, like kind of now, and
Kind of like how it was for Roman.
Exactly.
We didn't know until kind of Cody
When
got
Cody, yeah,
got there.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. I don't know if it's gonna be an NXT superstar.
I'm
or
not
if
gonna
it's
lie, I
be-
didn't even know it was gonna be Cody until he announced he was returning at the Rumble, or when he got injured after the Hell in a Cell. That's even off his return. I didn't know it was
Because
gonna be
even
him.
off his debut, it's like, oh, okay,
He's back. Okay, what's next?
But I think I mean I don't
maybe
know.
the Rumble the night after his return. Maybe that.
It could be.
Okay.
For all we know, it could be so long or so far down the line. It could be an NXT star. Who knows?
I think I have the answer. If there's one guy that I would probably bet my money on, mind you, I'm saying that this is. I'm not sure Cody's losing anytime soon. I'm saying I'm looking a year and a half into it. Cody's not losing for at least another year and a half, which would put his reign at about almost close to 2 years. Almost close. I'm gonna say it's gonna be Jacob Fatu.
Just to throw some names in the hat, I'm gonna say Jacob Fatu, Seth Rollins, maybe with this story.
They gotta draft him back to SmackDown.
I'm gonna
give Jey Uso something, maybe throw his hat in there.
The other name, and this is simply because this is a storyline that I do want to see because they kind of set the foundation for it before the Royal Rumble this past year, and it's CM Punk.
If that fucking happens, do you know how happy I would be?
Like the foundation is there, and that's I think that's a program that I could see where CM Punk actually.
If I want to see that, I want to see that with Punk turning heel in that match to win it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think Punk still has 3 to 5 years.
Damn.
Yeah,
yeah.
he said he good, bro.
On this schedule, yeah. On the schedule, yeah.
On this schedule, yes. As a competitor, like how he is now,
only at pay-per-views, we're gonna see that.
Yeah, 3 to 5 years. Sparingly, maybe a Raw match, a SmackDown match. Maybe if it's like a special episode, LA, okay, yeah, that's a wild card. Yeah,
this might be one of those where it's like kind of how it was for It might be a wild card for like how Cena lost it to Bryan at SummerSlam when no one was really expecting it.
Oh yeah.
It might be a guy on the rise at the time. So whether that be like a trick,
Carmelo.
Ricky, it's gonna be Ricky Starks. Not
bro.
It's gonna be Ricky Starks.
I'm not gonna lie. I heard Ricky.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I thought you were gonna say Ricky, just Ricky.
I'm not gonna lie. I would have been like, I don't know what Galaxy Gas you're
saying.
He's like, Galaxy Gas is crazy.
I don't want Uncle Howdy to hold any singles titles.
Yeah, no, please no. Please no, Uncle Howdy.
They're doing perfect with Uncle Howdy. I just want to put that out.
Maybe Uncle Howdy can hold the US title. That's about it though.
No titles, please.
Keep him away. He can have the tag titles or the US title.
Yes, tag titles is fine, but no singles titles, no.
He can't. He just can't touch my prestigious IC title or world titles. No. And it's not even a dig at Uncle Howdy. I just don't think that character is built for titles.
No,
it's not supposed to be for titles. Yeah. Yeah, we can go to the next one, man.
Let's go to the next one.
All right. From Brian is GOAT. We want Steen. We want this version of Kevin the wrestler. Has been destroyed by the Fed. 6 years. He didn't win any title. 6 years was without anything in entertaining shit company. Kevin Steen is all elite.
I'm letting it be known now. If a couple of years ago he re-signed, when the company was clearly like, when the company was clearly not doing so great, what makes you think he isn't going to re-sign now?
This is the time to
By the way,
resign, bro.
No, I could see it, right? I could see it because it's like, no, you're good. I could see it because it's like maybe he does go to all elite wrestling, right? Because think about it. After the contract was signed, he got to main event 2 consecutive WrestleManias, right? He's already won world titles. He's done everything he could do in WWE. If he wants to test new waters and try to do something different, cool. But I have heard him say in interviews he is very comfortable with the schedule and the pay, and he's very comfortable with how he's used right now. He's on SmackDown every week. He's on almost every
He's in
pay-per-view.
some sort of pivotal storyline every week.
Yeah.
Like, he's not winning titles, but he's booked like a main event level talent all the time, and he's a main event level talent. He's in the main event scene all the time.
Some people Tony Khan just don't deserve. And
he's paid well, and he has a great schedule.
Chill, walking weapon.
Nah, this is like I said. This is some people that Tony Khan just don't deserve, and Kevin Owens is sadly one of them. I think one of Kevin Owens one of his talents that I guess isn't talked about enough is the things he does outside of the ring, which Tony Khan doesn't do too often or capitalizes too well on. So I feel like Kevin Owens can go there, but I feel like it would be Kevin Steen would have it would be watered down. Kevin Steen would lose his credibility in the indie scene just because he brought it back in AEW. And again, I don't trust Tony Khan with any of that, so I don't think that would be necessarily a good idea. Nor I don't really see Kevin Owens even making that jump.
I'll say this: I'd be lying if I said I wouldn't want to see the Kevin Steen character, who is like way more unhinged than he is in WWE, one last time. But if that comes at the cost of it being ruined, I don't want to see it. So I think I'd pass on this, but I would totally understand if he wanted to get it out of his system.
Just go to TNA, bro. If you go to TNA, WWE won't even blink an eye. They'll be all right, bro.
I think he's gonna re-sign. I think. Look, he said it on interviews. Like, he's obviously, look, times could change, right? Because these.
I'm not gonna lie. He might be one of those wild cards who could, you can out of nowhere just, it looks like he's going to AEW out of nowhere.
I think
he's staying with WWE though.
I think Becky Lynch and Kevin Owens, who is more likely to go to AEW?
You said what? Say it one more time.
Kevin Owens, but it's probably very low.
Let's say Owens goes.
Yeah.
Say Owens goes. Do you think Sammy follows him?
No way.
Oh man, I don't know. That's
the only pull that AEW has really is Adam Cole and the Young Bucks.
Yeah.
Out of them, I don't think they have much to really bring Kevin over there. I don't think Tony Khan and the way he books, I don't think that's really
No, obviously, look, I think
Christian was supposed to get Edge over there though. That's the thing. I don't know.
Yeah. No, that is true. But also, Edge was not used like how Kevin Owens is.
Yeah.
But that's kind of, I don't know, because Edge was winning some shit.
I was about to say Edge
winning some shit.
Edge did nothing but win.
Edge wanted to be on screen every week.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Think about it. Look, Kevin Owens, right? He's on screen every week, right? On prominent feuds every week. On pay-per-views. I mean, I don't know. Like,
Oh, I don't know, man. I think mark your calendars 2025. That can be a possible tweet that y'all might see out there. Is Kevin Owens headed to
AEW?
Yeah.
That
Who
would
knows?
break.
I'm not
that
gonna
would
lie. I'm be
break.
mad scared if for some reason Kevin just pops off TV for a little bit. And I'll be like, whoa, what's happening?
And here's the thing: is like, I think with Kevin, it's like if he re-signed a couple years ago with WWE, when things weren't looking so great for him, he's kind of just in limbo. I mean, no.
Isn't it interesting how when these talks come around, it looks like Kevin Owens is about to kick it into a full new gear with a new character arc.
Yeah,
And I'm not. I think
is
that's
the
what's
Prize
gonna
Fighter coming back?
push him. I think that's what's gonna push or pull Kevin Owens to resign.
Yeah, I think he's gonna re-sign. I don't foresee him.
Same thing happened with Drew.
Yeah. Although I never really believed the idea that Drew was leaving.
I didn't believe it until his. Did you hear his interview with Chris Van Vliet? How he wasn't happy.
Yeah.
It was one of those things. I don't know if he was trying to troll or what, but
it was the I think Clash of the Castle, the 2022 version, always sat very wrong in his stomach. The after portion of it, with Tyson Fury coming out and singing and stuff, and I think the fact that they weren't going to capitalize on the whole Roman situation, I think that always sat very wrong with him, and I don't think WWE ever repaid him for that. And now they are. So he's in this, and I knew he was going to resign as soon as I saw them turning him heel. I'm like, but not instantly, right? It was kind of like a process, because once he started to get into that feud with CM Punk, I'm like, there it is. I think he's going to resign. There's no way that he's feuding with a guy who's injured. There's no way. That's not even coming back anytime soon.
That's true.
And you look at the trust, man. Like, look at the trust. Obviously, I don't think Kevin Owens is going to be on that type of Drew McIntyre trajectory, because the way WWE views Drew McIntyre and Kevin Owens is completely different, because they still believe that Drew McIntyre is a guy who can hold a championship, right? I'm not saying I don't think they don't believe Kevin Owens can hold the championship, because I think
he's just in a tough spot right now.
It's the spot that he's in, and it's like I think they view him for other things, but it's like, hey, we'll give you the main event level storylines, but just no title. And it seems like there's been a lot of foreshadowing that we could potentially in the future be getting Kevin Owens versus Jacob Fatu.
Yeah, they teased it. And that'll be something for him to do. And especially to kind of, I don't know, man. I know Jacob Fatu's the star and all, but I would love to see him just in that United States division.
Hey, man, the fact that they let Kevin Owens main event with Stone Cold a couple years ago.
Yeah.
That shows all the trust that they have in him, so that's good.
And he main evented with Sami Zayn, his best friend, literally the year after, against probably the greatest tag team of all time.
And y'all let my boy Eddie Kingston heal, bro. Get him out this picture. Let him heal.
Owens and Swerve would be fun, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Is he coming back anytime soon, Kingston?
Bro, his injury was so crazy. He's good. I don't even want him to. His leg was folded in 3 different ways. He's good, bro. He's good.
All right. Early predictions for the 2025 Women's and Men's Rumble.
Yeah, CM Punk for the men's.
So y'all going with? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Women. Jordan Grace. Fuck it.
CM Punk. And
I hate to say it, man. Charlotte Flair, man.
Ah, shit.
I'm thinking the same thing.
I hate to say it.
We gotta get her back where she doesn't have to be in the title.
I hate to say it, but Charlotte Flair.
So we go Charlotte, and then who's probably going to be champion? Liv, right?
Yeah, Liv or Tiffany. Tiffany's probably going to be champ.
So those are the champions going in. I don't even know who's going to face Liv at Mania.
I'm gonna be honest. At this rate, Liv is not on the Mania card.
What?
Nah, she's gonna be on.
There's nobody there for her, bro. There's nobody.
She's there no matter what.
Her.
She's there no matter
what. I'm
what.
not gonna lie.
Maybe Naomi. I don't think she's gonna win.
I think what's crazy. I think they messed up. Bailey and Naomi should have lost. on Friday because
Who I-
Raw needs one of them.
Yeah.
Needs one of them.
Who I think is gonna face Liv? It's gonna be real.
Bro, we can't do it again.
That's
man.
not. I'm not gonna lie. That's not finishing at Bad Blood. That's why a dark horse for me is Rhea Ripley.
I'm at the point. I'm kind of at the point where I kind of want them to. Yeah, Rhea's a dark horse. I'm kind of at the point where I kind of want them to do what they did because I don't know what else to do. What they did at 2020 when Charlotte won it and she challenged the NXT Women's Champion. Okay, solidify that women's champion. Especially if Roxanne's still champion, give it to one of these main roster stars. Like, not saying Charlotte should be like Charlotte, and have Charlotte versus Roxanne for the NXT Women's title on Mania. Something
that would be sick. That would be sick. What if they do? What if somehow? Granted, we're not that far away from February, so a lot of things have to happen for this to happen. But what if they use the Rumble to like really start that Jade and Bianca power struggle season?
Possibly.
Oh yeah. But
what if Jade somehow wins the Rumble and somehow Bianca ends up champ somehow?
No, please.
No.
The way she's been talking, now granted, y'all gonna be like, CM Punk used to talk even worse. I know, but still.
Yeah, but CM Punk has mended fences, so.
Yeah, I don't think Ronda has any intentions to touch a wrestling ring again.
Although she has said that she enjoys Triple H's, WWE fences, so.
Nah, you stay where you at, buddy. Ronda Rousey, stay where you at.
Man, they should have done better by Shayna Baszler.
I'm trying to think, man. Other women.
I wish Shayna was an actual contender now.
Shit.
Like,
What if they really try to build this super duper long? What's their faction name? Pure Collection Unit.
Pure
Collection. Something.
Just a lot. That one. What are they trying to make Sonya Deville like the last 3 in the Rumble this upcoming year?
No.
I'm putting it out there. I mean, she's on TV a lot now. So.
I know we all said CM Punk, great. But like, is there any other names that kind of like Roman Reigns? I think is another one.
Roman's another one.
Yeah,
if
he's in that Rumble, it's gonna be hard for me to picture
anybody throwing Rumble. Unfortunately, The Rock is another name that's a possibility.
You know that's been a possibility the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Bro, please, not this year. Please, no.
The last 3 guys in the Rumble this year is gonna be The Rock, Roman, and Jacob Fatu. That's the final 3 right there.
Jacob's a dark horse.
Low key, because who the fuck is throwing him over if he's in it?
Bro, I'm not even sure he's gonna
be it. He might not, but that could be a swerve in the storyline where out of everybody, Jacob gets it.
If Solo was doing a lot better than what he was doing now, they actually.
I like this wild card choice.
Oh, Chelsea Green.
Oh yeah, he's been doing her work.
Other than
them,
they ain't pick an NXT star to wrestle Julia. They went and grabbed
Mysterio.
Dom
Mysterio is my pick for the 2024 Money in the Bank. 2025. I'm sorry.
But I think his first main roster goal should be the IC title because that would be so. It's funny for his character, someone so.
I think Dom is out before ever winning the world title. I think he's 2 years out before he ever wins a world title.
Yeah, I need an IC title reign in between that, but I need the opposite of a workhorse. Just because I know Dom would do that so well, get the workhorse title and then not defend it, but it's still entertaining to where it's not like Logan.
I can honestly see Gunther working a world title match that's not with a crazy big star. Is that because I can honestly see them running back Priest and Gunther at some point. I don't think it's gonna be a Mania, but it's a possibility. I honest to God don't know who Gunther's working if he is champion at the time.
I'm not gonna lie, Seth could win this year.
Seth could win
this year. Oh my God! Imagine Seth eliminating CM Punk. Oh, that would just start. Oh yeah, actually, you can do a lot with that.
Seth wins it and then Punk wins it at the Chamber or something.
Yeah, you can do a lot.
Ilya is a dark horse.
You can make it to where Seth is well, I don't know. because they won't announce a chamber match for a number one contender until the Rumble winner announces
like
who he's
after the
going
Rumble,
for, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I can't even, because I was like, they can do a storyline where they're like, Seth could be dragging on who he's picking, but Punk is still obviously gunning for whatever brand he's on or whatever title is there. So it's like they can make that like the going, and they just meet here. They got to figure something out because now they both want that title. But we'll see.
Becky Lynch, question mark?
Hey, I wouldn't be surprised. And that could be a real surprise.
Yeah, it feels
she
like
could
whoever's
legit go
gonna
after
win it this year.
Nia. She could legit go after Nia.
It feels like whoever's going to win it this year might be a 2-time. This might be their second Rumble win.
I don't think there's going to be a first-time winner. I think this is going to be a
It's possible. Both matches might be a second-time winner. Yeah.
Naomi should turn heel in the Rumble. That's when she should start eliminating all her best friends.
Throw Bailey
all
out.
her friends. Yeah, all her friends. Get them all out of there.
Question.
Bianca too. Jade too. Get them all out of there.
Question. Could you guys possibly see Matt Cardona in this year's Men's Rumble?
I
Yes.
need it.
I know that's a question.
Bro, I
I
need
know,
it.
I know that's been a question for the last 2 years.
I need it.
But
I can see Cardona. I can see Joe Hendry. I can see.
Joe's probably a lock already.
I think
I'm not gonna
Trick's
lie.
going to be a lock this year. I think those are the three that are absolutely going to
you
be
think Ethan Page makes a
possible.
Rumble debut?
I
Possible.
think Trick. I think just because of how over Trick was when they didn't include him in the main roster Mania weekend, but he was still getting whooped that Trick chance.
Julia in the women's, yeah.
Julia in the women's. I think Trick would be a good one in the Rumble just to get that
Roxanne.
crowd.
I think
Not
Roxanne, obviously. Ooh.
She was in last year's, right?
I don't want to say
the
no,
year
but
before
she's
that?
been hurt. Do y'all think she's a dark horse to like possibly throw the name in there?
Nah. Not to win. Not to
I don't
win.
know. That's a good one. We'll see. AJ Styles. Nah, bullshit.
I don't really want to see Io with the title for a little bit. To be honest with you. Oscar's
I kind of.
sure.
I like what. I don't know. I like Io in the tag team. I don't know.
Me
I
too.
could be hating, but I like her in the tag team.
Her match was
Yeah.
good. I just couldn't get behind her reign. I don't know what it was.
I feel like it was just one of
Very
those.
until the very end with the feud with Bailey.
I feel like it was because once we knew where it was going, I think we were just ready for it to get there, you know?
Yeah. All right, the next one. The Usos versus the New Day is the top 3 greatest Hell in a Cell match of all time.
Okay. All right.
Now I got to think because I don't even remember.
Yeah, I'm
I
thinking.
mean, no, I remember the match. Now I got to think of other matches.
All right. Mankind and Taker, I think is undoubtedly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now this is number 2 is always very tricky for me because number 2 is always between Batista and Triple H at Vengeance.
I know.
And Undertaker and Brock at.
No Mercy, I think.
No, I think it was No Mercy. I think it was No Mercy. Was it Mercy? Is that the pay-per-view?
It might be. It was one of those weird ones.
So that's what number 2 is always to me, right?
3. Oh, Taker versus Triple H at WrestleMania 28.
Oh yeah,
that's
nah,
not-
it's
that's not-
nah, it's not top 3 then. I'm sorry, it's not.
And look, and even Shawn and Taker, the first one is.
And debuted.
And you even have
you can't. Yeah,
Chris Jericho versus Triple H.
Nah, it might be top 10. It might not even be top 5, bro.
Cactus Jack and Triple H.
It might not even be top 5, bro.
I gotta go back and watch this one. I remember this one being good, but I haven't seen
this is really good.
Oh,
one you guys
I
named,
think
bro.
Roman and Jey Uso is better than this one.
Bro, it's not
Yo,
even
Roman
top
and
5.
Bray. Roman and Bray.
I don't really remember that one, to be real with you.
Oh man, wait, do you remember KO and Seth?
Yeah, I remember that one.
Oh, that's a good one.
I think this one's better than that one, though.
This one is better than my one. I think this one's better than Roman and Jay.
Top 10. I'll say top 10.
Cody and Seth didn't have an all-time Hell in a Cell match. I'm
That
just
one
asking.
Oh my God, Cody and Seth. Cody is.
I'm just. So yeah, they're top 10. They're not top 3. That's
I think
kind of crazy.
don't you dare say Seth versus Fiend. GOAT.
That would be a crazy thing to say.
What about so where do you Drew and Punk after in a few weeks?
Oh,
Y'all
they're
think
gonna be
it's
number
there?
1. Yeah, they're gonna be the best one ever, bro.
They're
What
not
we
gonna
talking
be number. They're not gonna be number 1.
Nah, that's gonna be top 3 though. Not this one. That one's gonna be top 3. Bro, they about to kill. They about to kill each other.
They'll get in the
They
top
about
10,
to kill
man.
each other.
They might get top 5. They might get top 5.
Hey, I'm expecting. I have high expectations. With all this build up, I have high expectations.
If
bro.
CM Punk loses, he's gonna rank it even lower. I already know that.
I do remember that one.
I don't want to remember that one. But that's actually a very good one, by the way. So that's actually.
All right, man. If Rock had Austin, Undertaker had Kane, Triple H had Michaels, Cena had Randy, who is Roman Reigns?
It might be Cody. Let's be real.
So there's 3 options. There's 3 options. There's the Brock option. there's the Seth option, and there's the Cody option.
I think it would have been Brock if it just kind of like they didn't do it too much. But then again, I think that is kind of the basis of this list that they did it so many times with each other.
But I feel like that one. I think maybe it's because they did do it so many times. But it just when granted only twice.
You could say the same thing about Randy and Cena. A lot of fans at some points felt like they overdid that rivalry.
I feel like every time they were in the ring together, I feel like it was quality. I think they have a bigger chance of making it Cody, bro, because that's like mega power type thing, like I think, Hogan and Macho Man type thing.
Look, it's Cody or Seth. I'm gonna say Cody.
I feel like you can do that. You can do a lot more with that one.
The only reason is while it was Seth at one point, I think the last 2 years or the last year and a half have indicated that it's more Cody because they've done more with the story recently, and the story has taken on a grander, like look at where we're at now. Like we're talking about a guy who's gonna team with Roman to go take down his family, like, and look, like segments like Friday night are what does it for me. It's like you have this grand. You're waiting for Cody and Roman 3. Like you're salivating at the fact that you're gonna get that. You don't know when, but you know you're gonna get it. And look, I'm not sure how obviously a main event between Roman and Seth is gonna feel big, but we won't know that until we get there. We've already felt what 2 main events with Roman and Cody have already felt like at a WrestleMania level. I haven't gotten that with Seth. So I'm going to go based off what we have seen and what we have done. And because we don't capitalize enough on the Seth story, it's like it's got to be Cody.
I'm kind of in agreement with Axel. I think with the 2 matchups that they've already had and how big both of them were. Not saying that obviously a Seth and Roman match wouldn't be that big or, big. I just think, one, Brock is ruled out to me just because I think they did it too much, too often. Mm-hmm. And then, I just think with the house, I don't know. I just think it just comes down to how much attention they paid or they gave more attention to this Cody and Roman story versus this Seth and Roman story, which either or, I mean, you can sell out any arena, but I think Cody is for Roman.
I'm thinking, especially if they end up going with Cody, if Cody and Roman is actually at Mania, then it's undoubtedly Cody.
And look, it's like now obviously this has a lot to do with Seth, the way Seth made Cody kind of made him look on his way out, right? And this was obviously Cody's first feud, and then how he made him look on his way out from the injury when he had the obviously the triceps tear.
Mm-hmm.
It was the triceps tear. Because we knew once Cody came back to the Rumble that year in 2023, we knew he was gonna win the title, and like we knew that he was the next like one B to Roman. Like it was no longer Seth. It was like this is the guy to take down Roman and then kind of take WWE off from there. And if there's any clear indication here, outside of like the Undertaker and Kane, look like Rock and Rock and Austin were at the top. At one point. Same thing with like Shawn and Trips, and then Orton and Cena. Like these storylines, top of the industry at the time. And it's like for Cody, it's the top of the industry right now, and it's been the top of the industry for the last 2 years, or a year and a half, should I say? We're approaching 2 years on that storyline being the top. They've kind of distanced themselves away from the Seth stuff, and it's like, unfortunately, because they've distanced themselves too much, I can't do it. They've been able to kind of capitalize on Cody's story with Roman more effectively.
I also feel like what kind of helps Cody and Roman's situation, I feel like Seth and Roman, we really only want to see the next match from those two. But I feel like there's a group of people in the world that are like, nah, Roman and Cody can legit fight forever and we'll be okay with it.
Like the Seth and Roman stuff stems just from like the Shield.
Yes, yeah. We just want to see. We just want to see it finish.
And Roman wanting payback, like that's basically all it is.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, there's a whole lineage of stuff that goes on here beyond just like a rivalry. Like there's a whole lineage thing that goes on here. The Rhodes.
I was about to say, yeah.
Dynasty, like there's a whole lineage here. So I mean, it kind of does right itself.
All right. What do you think the WrestleMania 41 title matches are? Just use this as reference. What are y'all thinking?
John Cena has to win. If that's he just has to win.
Cena does have to win. Yeah,
he has to win.
Cena wins.
That's another thing. We can't forget Cena is gonna be in some type of big match at this upcoming Mania. Yeah. I'm so excited.
Cena wins. Rock wins. Thrice in a lifetime. On this.
Wait! Whoa! Yeah, you about to unify the titles again? What are you doing?
Yeah, thrice in a lifetime, biggest match of all time. Oh. Imagine they did something like that.
Yeah, they both win those.
Yeah, Team Cena and Team Rocket Survivor Series. That's it, man.
Yo, for real. Would y'all actually now question? Would y'all be excited to see thrice in a lifetime?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. That's my childhood. I would want to see it.
If it's not the main event and if it's not for a title, I think I'm okay. I'll see it.
Like it don't interfere with nothing else, yeah.
If it opens up like a night 2,
Definitely, I'm okay with that. I'm
gonna be real with you.
I'm not sure they're opening up.
I'm gonna be real with you. I would be fine if it main event at night 1. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that. I'd be fine.
Well, another thing is, if that happened, that means The Rock is kind of not far away from Cody, but he's away from Cody. You know what I mean? And that may be the best thing we need.
Please keep him away from Cody, please.
But
I think that would bring the best out of The Rock in terms of the best out of Cena in terms of promos, getting to go at it with The Rock again. All the shit he can say now.
Yeah, but as far as the main events go, I'm actually okay with the John Cena can win the Rumble. Why not? But I'm okay with the Gunther match for sure. It's just this Rock and Cody shit, man. We don't Rumble. If it has to happen, Rumble. But if it don't happen,
about all this, what's funny about all this Cena in 2025 is going to be the most hypocritical year. I do not care. I'm so ready.
Yeah.
I'm so ready.
I used to be the guy that used to get mad when we knew people would be leaving a company and they left on a win. I used to hate that, but I'm sorry. Fuck that. Throw it out the window. Cena got to win everything. I'm sorry.
Yeah, put the world heavyweight title on him, then give him the IC title. Just knock it out. Right there.
Give
Fucking
him
go take
all
the
the
NXT title.
titles.
You
Belt
deserve
collector.
it. Go take
Belt
the NXT title.
collector.
Go down to TNA and take the TNA title. I don't care.
I'll let him have
It's your
it.
year, buddy. It's your year.
As long as AJ can win it back when Jonathan is done, then I'm okay. Because I still need an AJ Styles TNA title run before he's all set up that too.
TNA do something, man.
Please call Paul Levesque and just. I don't care what you got to do, Tommy Dreamer. You got to beg. You beg.
Tommy Dreamer coming to book for WWE confirmed.
WWE is saving Tommy Dreamer's booking, really.
He'll learn. He'll learn under the tutelage of Hunter. He'll learn.
Why don't companies do that more? Like, granted, we would notice it because we watch wrestling every week, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yo, I don't know if it's just me. Now, Teddy Long was my childhood, but bro, Nick Aldis is creeping up there, man.
He might be one of them ones.
Yo, Nick Aldis is creeping up there in the short amount of time he's been GM. Man, I love Teddy Long, man. He was my childhood, and he's a great GM. But Nick Aldis, I'd be remiss if I didn't say that he's creeping up there.
No, that's facts. Though. That's facts. I agree.
What do you think?
I love Teddy, but I can see it.
Shoot, even Adam Pearce. Now let's be real. This might be the best duo.
Adam Pearce, in kayfabe though, is the worst boss of all time.
Yes. Yeah. Bro, just letting everything spiral out of control.
Yeah, why does it have to get to the point? Why does it have to get to that point before you say something?
I'll give him this. First off, you're not going to get in the way of Braun Strowman and Bronson Reed.
True. Very true.
You're not getting in the way of those two.
That's
monsters.
true. But you notice how he always shows up when things are pretty much done. Pretty much done.
Yes.
He shows up after. If it was yeah.
He was waiting. He's like, okay, wait, no, I don't want none of that.
But isn't that what makes both shows so different from each other? Yeah. Is and it shows.
Even Michael Cole said it. He was like, it's nice to finally have a competent GM. Adam. In kayfabe, it seems like Adam is trying, but it's just funny because he just got nothing.
Bro, is he dealing with something backstage? What's going on, man? Because bro, Nick Aldis, dude, he'd be on top of it. He's
the only guy to stand up to Roman.
You want to fight? Oh, dude, that one time he murked Miranda on the mic. Holy shit, I'll never forget that. Stood up to Roman. Oh man!
Remember when Adam Pearce tried to lay down the law on Ronda Rousey?
Did he get thrown?
And she took his arm off.
Yeah. Yo, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to Twitter this past week, but you had Adam Pearce issuing a challenge to Nick Aldis to get in the ring. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, man. This is the most consistent probably duo of GMs that I have seen.
It's a random question, but if for some reason they don't end up doing the bloodline in War Games, what would y'all want to see in its place?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Don't
even.
You have to choose something.
Roman Cody, fuck it.
No. In the war, what type of team?
Oh wow, okay.
That's the thing I wouldn't know what to do.
Well, is it really? I feel like because of the way, and we were just talking about him, just because. Oh, we can do that. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Fuck my idea.
I'm not gonna lie. I think you have Rollins. If Rollins was cleared, I think you have Rollins on Team Drew.
He can.
We don't so much.
Who the fuck would be on Punk or Team Punk? Nobody's going to be on Team Punk.
Jay, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Yo, Kofi Kingston.
Oh, valid.
Jamaican me crazy.
That means Xavier Woods is on Team Drew if they do the turn.
Possibly. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Definitely going down the route with when the heel turn is gonna be on the 10th anniversary of the New Day.
Hey,
hold on, I like this one right here.
What?
Oh, this is a good idea. Main roster versus NXT. We've already done that once before, and it's actually turned
have Carmelo
no.
have Carmelo turn on the main roster just to build his heel work. on the
Wow.
main roster.
Like that.
Oh man, is there gonna be a women's one this year?
I think they're definitely doing 2.
But it's.
Team
I
Liv
feel like I've
versus
seen that.
Team-
I think there was a report saying that they are doing one. But my thing is, it gets bad when you have to force a War Games match. Don't force it.
Yeah.
Don't. I don't know how they're gonna do the teams for the women. There's not really.
And the Pure Fusion Collective.
Maybe
That's
Team
3.
Rhea versus-
That's 3.
Liv Raquel and the Pure Fusion Collective. So that's
Oh,
fine.
okay.
versus Team Rhea or what?
Yeah, I guess so.
Is that Rhea's next?
I feel like the women's this year might just be like, hey, this is our like some sort of like showcase, you know?
It'll be
Oh, you
yeah.
know
The
really got
top
a story,
10
but-
women
No,
are
Team
gonna
Rhea's
be there.
gonna be probably
Bianca Jade.
Bianca Jade and Damage Control.
That's gonna be a team.
Awesome.
I would say that would be a team. Yeah.
It'll be like EO and Dakota to make it 5.
Bianca don't play well with people she used to beef with. Just look at Bailey. She does not. I don't know how that would.
Hey, you never know, man.
No, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Who's seen new real?
It's scripted. They just have to write it in.
Jade Bianca and Damage Control, but just Io Sky and what's her name? Oh, Io Sky and Kairi Sane. Those 2.
All I'm gonna say is Triple H, Paul Levesque. If the women's War Game match isn't there, don't force it. That's all I'm gonna say.
As of right now, there's that's the best I could come up with in terms of like the women. It's just like Liv, Raquel, and then the Pure Fusion Collective.
Maybe that's for the women if they really have nothing. Maybe like a Team Raw versus Team SmackDown or something. I don't know.
Could be
Pierce versus Aldis. Yeah.
Pierce versus Aldis.
No, not literally, but you know.
Oh,
Nah, I want to see Pierce versus. Yeah, give me that match. If AEW can get away with putting Nigel McGuinness in the main event, then I think it's fine.
yo, Tommy, get a load of
What's
this guy. Get a load of this guy.
Look at this guy. Hey, I hope you know that FTS just raps after Bad Blood, buddy. So you enjoy it now. You enjoy it now. It's raps after that, though.
You're gonna end it once and for all, Tommy?
It's over after Bad Blood.
Celebration time?
Oh, man. Well, you know what?
CM Punk appreciation stream.
Did we do a CM Punk appreciation stream?
I don't see why not.
I need my theme back for that stream. Who do I gotta talk to get that back?
Donnie, man. HR.
See if he'll release because it technically is Taco Blaze property.
Well, how about this? Since you were just asking for 20% of the Hurricane, how about we use that as a bargaining trip?
Ooh, okay.
Yeah,
Or we'll just, you know what? I got a better idea. Or we'll just have the Hurricane press him, man.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember that stream, Tommy, like a year ago when Ken pulled up in the ski mask?
Bruh, Ken
Had
has,
Donnie shook, man.
bro. Ken Loki has some moments on stream, bro. Like he Loki has some moments. Ken is crazy. Hurricane.
Wait, check.
Okay.
Real quick.
Not yet. We gotta build. We gotta establish it.
Okay. All right.
But chat, we will see y'all next week. Next week you'll see Rod for the last time for a couple weeks.
No,
Because he'll be in Atlanta the next week for Bad Blood. But maybe he'll pop in or something after. But
Wait, no, I'll be here because I get back Sunday during the day.
oh, that's right. I keep forgetting that it's on Saturday. That's Sunday.
I will be.
I lied. Sorry, chat.
So I'll be
was
on every
prank.
stream.
Yeah, it was a
I'll be on every stream going forward. Like I'm not
Mhm.
missing it. I just won't be on the watch along for Bad Blood. I will not be there.
Okay.
I will not be there. But I will be on the stream the night after, the Sunday, our usual, time. So
yeah, We had difficulties with Twitter, so make sure to keep going and following the BTBC
Yes.
Twitter, and then
It
they'll be
will,
sure.
we will be live on there soon, and I think I know why. I think it's since I just did it today,
Fraudulent charge?
it's under review.
Oh,
Fraudulent charge?
fraudulent charge. Card
You know,
decline.
you know Tommy, Thug Tommy, man.
What, bro?
All right, yeah, we'll see y'all next week. We appreciate y'all watching. After 2 hours, 4 minutes, 30 seconds. We'll see y'all next week, man.
Join the Discord.
Yes.